Yo. What's going on, people? Salute. It's your boy Jay.Jordan back again for another WNBA watch along. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone is doing well on this Tuesday. What's up, Robert? Salute. Glad to see you in the chat. Of course, thank you for always joining. All right, people. We have two matchups today. I'm only doing the first one because I have an early start to my day tomorrow, so I won't be doing the second game. The first one we're doing is the 6-seed Storm, currently with a 20-18 record, taking on the Fever with a 19-18 record. They're currently the 8th seed. This game is on CBS Sports Network. So it's one of those niche channels here in the US of A. So I'm gonna pull it up now to make sure I don't miss anything. All right, we got about 10-ish minutes until tip off. The game's supposed to start at 7. It's listed for 7, but you know these games never start directly at 7. They got about 2 or 3 minutes until they start afterwards. All right, let's go through the starting lineups. They've been announced already for the visiting Seattle Storm. It's Skylar Diggins, Brittany Sykes, Gabby Williams, Nneka Ogwumike, and Ezi Magbagor. Their subs, Dom Malonga, the rookie, Tiffany Mitchell, Erica Wheeler, Lexi Brown, Zaya Cook, and Mackenzie Holmes. For the Indiana Fever, you have Odyssey Sims, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, Natasha Howard, and Aliyah Boston. Their subs are Brianna Turner, Michaela Timpson, Demiris Dantas, Ariel Powers, and Shea Petty. Those are the starting lineups and subs. We already know the injuries. Katie Lou Samuelson's been out for the season with an ACL from training camp. Fever, you already got Sophie, Sydney, and Ari McDonald all out for the season with various injuries. Caitlin Clark still out with the groin, and Chloe Bibby out with the knee. There's no timetable for her return. It was just announced today. So I guess the knee injury is more serious than previously believed. Alrighty. Salute to the person who just subbed. Salute. We're up to 1,270 subs on the channel now. We're 30 away from 1,300. So I appreciate all the support you guys have provided the channel over the season and those who have been here for longer over the years. All right, let's take a look at some of the statistics here between these two teams. As I mentioned, the Seattle Storm currently in 6th seed and the Fever currently the 8th seed. Those are the injuries there for players who are out for the season. You can see the stat leaders, Nneka Ogwumike coming off the buzzer beater against the Mystics. She's averaging 18 points a game and 7 rebounds to lead the Storm. Skylar Diggins averaging 5.9 assists. For the Fever, Kelsey Mitchell, top 5 in the league in scoring, averaging 20.7 points a game. Caitlin Clark still leading the team in assists, even though she hasn't played in the last 15 games, averaging 8.8 assists. Aliyah Boston averaging 8.2 assists. For the team comparison, you got you can see the in points per game, the Storm are 8th and the Fever are 4th. Their stats are not the most comparable, but you can see rebounds per game. They're 13th, the Storm are, and the Fever are 10th. Turnovers, the Storm are 1st in the league at 11.6. They average the least amount of turnovers per game, but the Fever average 8 are in 8th. They average 13.1 per game. Alrighty. Let's take a look for those into the betting. Storm, Fever. The Storm are the favorites in this one. They're 4.5-point favorites. Money line is at -190. And the over-under on total points is 168.5. They're focusing on Dominique Malonga. Her last 3 games, she's averaging about 18 points, 7 rebounds, and a couple blocks per game. Dominique Malonga, the 19-year-old rookie, second overall pick out of France. She's gonna be a star in this league. The season series is led by the Fever 2-0. This is the final game of the season series. So the Storm cannot even tie the season series even if they win tonight. So the Fever will have the head-to-head tiebreaker if it comes down to the last game of the season and both teams have the same record. The Fever will have the advantage due to their head-to-head record over the Storm. Looking at their recent games, you could see the Storm have won 4 of their last 5 with the wins against Washington, Dallas, and Chicago, and Atlanta. They last lost to Phoenix on August 17th. For the Fever, they've only won 1 of their last 5, losing back-to-back to Minnesota and Washington and Dallas. The one win was against Connecticut Sun. So Fever need a win. They've been free falling down the standings as these last couple of games of the season have gone on. So they need to right the ship or else they're in danger of potentially falling out of the playoff race. And talking about the playoff race, we can take a look at it here. Currently, the Minnesota Lynx and the Las Vegas Aces are both clinched a spot in the playoffs. Seeding still yet to be determined, but I'm assuming Minnesota will finish first and Vegas will finish somewhere in the top 4. They're currently on an 11-game winning streak, longest winning streak this season. The Atlanta Dream are in second with a 24-13 record. There may be a scenario in which somebody loses today in the Dream clinch, but I haven't been made aware of it yet. I'll let you guys know once I find out. Phoenix in 4th seed with 22-14. The Liberty down in 5th, 23-15. Seattle at 20-18 in the 6th seed. 7th seed is the Golden State Valkyries at 19-18. The Fever, same record, 19-18, but the Valkyries do have the head-to-head advantage over them right now. And then the last 2 teams that are in playoff contention, the 17-18 Sparks and the 16-22 Mystics. They're pretty much almost out of it. So it'll probably just be the Sparks fighting for that last spot. The Sparks will need to win tonight against the Phoenix Mercury to keep pace with the other teams in that 6, 7, 8 range. But the Sparks, they're gonna need to make something shake. All right. So that is the preface for this upcoming game. We still got about 3 minutes. They're still in the studio talking. Lisa Leslie, Renee Montgomery, and the rest of that crew there. So we're waiting for this to kick off. Salute to everybody joining. We got a decent sized crew so far. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you are new here. Helps the channel out tremendously. What's up, Sierra? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. All right, I think they're closing out the studio show now, and they should be transitioning to the game. This game is on CBS Sports Network, just to make you guys aware again. CBS Sports Network is the channel this game is on. I'll only be doing this game today. I will probably put the later game between the Mercury and the Sparks in the Discord as a live game. So if you want to watch that game live and don't have access, join the Discord. Link is in the description below. You can join the Discord. It's free. I'll put it in one of my live game rooms and we can watch and talk about it there. All right, broadcast has started. Let me turn my volume up to make sure I can hear everything. Caitlin Clark got her logo revealed, so people got her teammates got the t-shirts on with her logo. So that's a nice nice support of their teammate there. Okay, Pat Boylan and Debbie Antonelli on the call. This is the Fever's, pretty much the Fever's broadcast crew here. So we'll see how everything goes down in this one. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I always gotta, I say it multiple times a stream, but I always got to shout you guys out. Right, they're talking about Aliyah Boston, and the Fever. No, I'm talking about how they have to win this game pretty much. I mean, it's interesting. It will make things interesting, honestly, if they make the playoffs and they have to face the Lynx in the first round. They beat the Lynx in the Commissioner's Cup final, but they are missing Sophie Cunningham and Aaron McDonald, some of those players that were a part of that. But listen, you get into the playoffs, anything is possible. All right, starting lineups on your screen. That's what they're showing on the screen right now. All right, it's Ezzy Magbegor versus Aliyah Boston, center circle. What up, Johnny? You got something on the Fever tonight? You got something on the Fever or on the Storm? What you got? More opponents, Kelsey or Nneka? I'm going to go Kelsey. Ball is up, and we are off, people. And the Fever have the ball. Odyssey Sims goes up and scores 5 seconds into the game for the home team. And the Fever are on the board, 2-0. The Fever wearing their Stranger Things jerseys. And the Storm wearing their white and greens. Nneka pulls up for 3, and Nneka hits the 3. So Nneka's on the board already. What up, Tudo? Thank you, thank you. What's up? Mitchell for 25. We'll see. They got Brittany Sykes guarding her, so that's gonna be a tough matchup. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Drop pass to Boston. Boston down the lane, takes the contact from Magbegor, and she'll go to the line. First free throws of the game for either squad. I think they gave T-shirts out to everybody. It looks like they have those Caitlin Clark T-shirts all over the arena here with her new logo. From what I see, Aliyah Boston first free throw is up and off. Con Landing says after this game, Indiana will go on a 3-game West Coast trip. Yeah, they have to win tonight. It's gonna be tough, but they've already lost 4 of their last 5, so they got to. As Boston hits the second tie game up at 3. Oh, I have the wrong game up on my stats, so that's why I'm like, I don't see the stats populating here. My bad, y'all. Ball in play here with Skylar Diggins. She at the 3-point line, gets it to Nneka. Nneka over to Gabby Williams, pulls up for 3. Halfway down and out. Rebound, Natasha Howard. Howard with the ball, spins, picks up her dribble, finds Kelsey on a back cut, and lays it in with the left. So Kelsey with her first basket of the game. Fever take the lead, 5-3. There you go. I got the stats here at the bottom of your screen and the players on the court so you guys can see. Brittany Sykes with the ball, guarded tightly by Sims. She drives left, down the lane, corner to Ezzy Magbegor. She can shoot the 3. Oh, halfway down and out, and Boston chases down the long rebound. Boston over to Lexi Hull. Back to Boston. Boston drives right by Nneka, down the lane, gets tripped up by Nneka, and she'll go to the line, back to the line for more free throws. Kimo, what up? Fever fans, 50% confidence today on the poll. Empire, salute, salute. Was good. You bought it after Mitchell hit 25 and 5 last Friday. Listen, for your sake, I hope it hits, my friend. Boston knocks down the first free throw. Aliyah Boston shooting 55% from the field this season. That's good for 9th overall in the W. She knocks down the second free throw. 7-3 Indiana. Coach Stephanie White, first year coach of the Sun. Previously with the of the Fever, excuse me. Previously with the Connecticut Sun. She's an Indiana born and raised. So she's glad to be back home. Ball in play here with the Storm. 7-3, Fever on top. Nneka tries to get it to Skylar Diggins and throws it out of bounds. So turnover, Storm. Johnny says, hey, the man, I can't watch the game on my island, but I can listen. Appreciate you tuning in, my boy. Aliyah Boston with the ball over to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims goes to her dominant left hand, gets the ball stripped off of her leg and out of bounds. Skylar Diggins with the hands there gets the strip, and it's a turnover. Ball back to the Storm. Ball in play here with the Storm. Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams with the ball. Top of the key here, guarded by Lexi Hull. Williams, left to right crossover. Still at the three-point line, gets it over to Nneka. Nneka's already hit a three. She gets into the paint, shoots the midi, and scores over Aliyah Boston. That's the same area where she hit that buzzer beater against the Mystics the other day. But Mitchell comes back the other side, right corner three, and she splashes home. So the two players, somebody asks who's going to have the most points. They're going at it right now. Ezzy to Skylar. Skylar gets the ball deflected and stolen. Oh, collisions all over the place. Looks like Gabby Williams and Lexi Hull went head-to-head there, and they're on the floor in the backcourt. Hand off to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims into the paint, gets fouled. And both players slow to get up. Williams and Hull. Gabby Williams a little staggered here. Oh, they went face to face on that one. Oh, my goodness. Yikes, that was a tough one. So the ball was loose. Lexi Hull turns around. Gabby's going towards the ball, and boom, face to face there. So we have a timeout here on the floor. It was literally like a cartoon. Lexi Hull with a towel on her head. She's walking to the table. Oh no, she's going back to the locker room. I guess they're gonna check her for a concussion. And I think Gabby gonna have to do the same. She said, "I'm good." She's mouthing, "I'm good, I'm good, I'm good," but they have to do their due diligence and make sure that the brain is still intact. Liz, what's going on? Salute. Gabby's not going to the locker room. She's just sitting on the bench here, holding her left side of her forehead. Looking to see if she has any bumps or anything. But ball is going to be back in play here with the Fever after that stoppage. Boston with the ball over to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims, right side to Howard. Tries to get it into Boston. Deflected by Nneka and stolen by Magbagor. Storm with the ball. Sykes with it, right side. In and out dribble. Gets to the middle of the floor. Goes over with the left. Too strong. Ezzy Magbagor, offensive rebound and put back. I love Ezzy Magbagor. The Australian. Odyssey Sims returns the favor. She says, I can shoot that three. And knocks down the three. So Odyssey Sims cashes in. And that's her 5th point of the game. Erica Wheeler has checked in for Gabby Williams here. Ball over to Ezzy. Ezzy gets it to Skylar. Skylar, baseline jump shot is up and misses. Rebound to Boston. Is it me or is this broadcast look terrible? Anybody who's actually watching. Odyssey Sims gets down the lane, keeps control of it, and hits the floater. And we have a timeout on the floor. 15-7 is the score. 6:10 to go. Odyssey Sims up to 7 points in this first quarter. She's hit 2 layups and a 3. Seven to 15. Yeah, Lexi look out of it on that one. Looking at the comments there, yeah, Lexi looks out of it. All right, let's take a look at the stats so far. Yeah, at least I'm not the only one. I thought it was my YouTube TV, but I'm trying to look like it's in 420p out there. Come on now, CBS, get it together. All right, score is currently 15-7. The home team Fever are on top. For Seattle, Nneka Ogwumike with 5 of their 7 points. 2 for Ezzy Magbagor, and that's it. For Indiana, you got Natasha Howard with 7. Natasha Howard with 0. So does Lexi Hull. 3 for Boston, 5 for Mitchell, and 7 for Sims. Jerbear, salute, salute. What up? Salute, my friend. Glad you could join the stream. So that's the score right now. We're in a timeout right now. 15-7 is the score. If you just joined, Odyssey Sims doing her thing for the Indiana Fever. We had a head-to-head collision between Lexi Hull of the Fever and Gabby Williams of the Storm. Lexi Hull went back to the locker room to get checked out, make sure no concussion symptoms. Gabby Williams on the bench, getting a breather right now. But other than that, you haven't missed anything too much. What I will say is the Fever definitely need this game. The Fever need to win this game. Also, Caitlin Clark's logo, as you guys probably have known, has been released. So I guess they have a T-shirt with her logo, and it says Caitlin was here over the top. It's a white T-shirt with her black logo. It says Caitlin was here, the logo, and then the Nike check under it. She has a necklace on. They're focusing on Caitlin right now. She has a necklace that has her logo on it. I'm just trying to give you guys as much information as I can see here. Damn, Jerbear. Tell us how you really feel, my friend. A lot of people didn't like the logo, but as long as Caitlin likes it, I guess that's all that matters, right? Ball and play with the Storm. And Aliyah Boston gets to steal. Kelsey Mitchell on the run out. That's an easy layup. Kelsey Mitchell with the right hand scoops and scores. Kelsey Mitchell. So Kelsey Mitchell, she's cooking now. She is cooking now. 7 points for Kelsey. Erica Wheeler with the rock. Gets it over to Sky. Sky with the ball. Goes corner to Brittany Sykes. Brittany Sykes, corner 3. Too strong. They call a foul on the 3 by Aerial Powers. The newly acquired Powers. So there'll be 3 free throws for Brittany Sykes. So Sykes at the line hits the first free throw of 3. That's her first point of the game. 17-8 is the score. Brittany Sykes' second one is up and good. Game is important to both teams. Storm trying to keep pace with the top 5 seeds and even secure their place in the playoffs. Fever trying to hold on currently to that 8th seed and potentially even move back up to 7 or 6 with a win. Sims with the ball. She hits all 3. Brittany Sykes did. It's 17-10. Ball over to Mitchell. Mitchell turns around. Midi is up. She was off balance. And Sky Dig with the rebound. Sky with the ball. Gets it over to Sykes. Back to Sky. Sky left side to Ezzy. Gives it to Erica. Erica drives. Gets cut off. Wheeler dribbles back out to the 3. 10 on the shot clock. Over to Skylar. Top of the key. Down to Nneka in the post against Powers. That's barbecue chicken. She goes up with the left. Awkward. I don't know why she went up with the left and she was short. Rebound to the Fever. Sims with the ball. Left side of the court. Drops it off to Howard. Gets tipped out by Skylar. It'll stay with the Fever. Chemo said, I don't get either Asia and CC's logo. So you're saying Nike, there's an issue with Nike in their recent production? Dominique Malunga, the rookie, has checked in for Nneka Ogwumike. Ball in play here with Mitchell up top to Powers. Powers drives left, stops, nowhere to go, gets it down to Howard. Left side of the court, attacks the rookie, loses she gets the ball, keeps it, goes up and blocked by Dominique, out of bounds. I just picked up Dominique Malunga on my fantasy team yesterday. I'm in the championship game, so I need all the help I can get here. I'm going against the person in first place, so a block helps my Helps my fantasy points here. 10-17. It's Fever ball, gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell catches right side, steps left, shoots a three at the buzzer, misses. Rebound to Dom. Dom handoff to Gabby Williams. She looks to be okay. Has a head wrap on her head. I don't think she was wearing that this whole time. Ball over to the left side to Sykes. Sykes drops it off to Dom. Dom, they triple team her. She keeps her handles, gets it out to Sykes. Sykes shoots a contested three, almost banks it in from the left wing. Rebound to Powers. Down to Boston. Boston gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell cuts back door and off balance and the miss. Dominique with another rebound. Let's go, Dom. Sykes with the ball, calling out the play. Sykes left side of the floor. It was supposed to be a handoff between Williams and Sykes. Miscommunication. She throws it right to the front row. Was Gabby Williams wearing a bandana this whole time, or she got a bandana on now? Somebody who's watching tell me, because I don't remember her wearing the bandana. Gerber said rookies don't get... Kelsey Mitchell tries to split the double team, gets cut off. Ball bounces to Boston. Boston attacks Magbagor. She goes up, misses. Aerial Powers with the rebound, goes back up and scores. Thanks, Mads. I'm about to say, I don't think she was wearing a bandana. That's not her style. Scores 19-10. Wheeler over to Dom. Dom for three. Oh, bounces off the rim and out. Rebound to Powers. Powers over to Boston. Boston shoots a three now. Oh, halfway down and out. Literally, all these shots are rattling in and out. Wheeler with the rebound and pushing. Right side of the floor. Wheeler against her former team in the Fever. She gets cut off. Heads it to Ezzy. Ezzy, one leg fall away and scores over Breezy Turner. So it's 19-12. Boston with the ball. Boston, hand off to Mitchell. Going to her left hand. Loses the ball, gets it back. And they call a travel here by Kelsey Mitchell. And it's a turnover. Okay, so it is Seattle ball. They're inbounding here in the backcourt. Gets it into Nneka Wheeler. 19-12, the Fever are on top. Nneka Wheeler with the ball, running the point guard. Nneka Wheeler on the drive. They call a foul on number 20, or number 7, on Aliyah Boston for a push. So Shea Petty has checked in for the Fever. So it's Boston, Mitchell, Turner, Petty, and Powers on the floor for the Fever. For the Storm, it's Ogwumike, Williams, Diggins, Malonga, and Wheeler. Storm with the ball. They get it into Wheeler. Wheeler, right side to Nneka at the three-point line. Nneka drives right. Up top to Sky. Sky says get in the post. Goes left side to Gabby. Gabby pump fakes the pass. Over the head pass and blocked by Breezy Turner. Breezy Turner blocks Dominique Malonga. And the Fever have the ball. Aerial Powers goes in the post against Skylar. Tries to rip through. Throws it out to Kelsey. Kelsey wide open for three. And knocks it down. Kelsey Mitchell for three. Defense to offense there for the Fever. And 22-12. That's what Brianna Turner does. She can't shoot worth a damn, but she can play some defense. And probably catch a nice pick and roll layup from time to time. Skylar Diggins with the turnover. She's on my fantasy team too. That's hurting my chances here. Kelsey Mitchell down the lane and gets blocked there by Sky. Rebound by Boston. Stripped by Skylar. And the Storm with it. Wheeler with the ball. Wheeler floater misses. She had a 3-on-1 and decided to shoot the floater. Wheeler gets her own rebound. Gabby Williams down the lane. She misses the layup. Rebound to Boston. Powers with the ball. Finds Breezy Turner. Tries to touch pass it, and they call a kick ball here by the Storm. So it's 22-12, 10-point lead by the Fever. Ball into Mitchell. Mitchell pump fakes the three. Out to Shea Petty. Shea Petty over to Boston. Boston drives right. Goes in the post against Malonga. One leg fall away. Rolls off. Malonga with another rebound. Malonga just racking up the rebounds here. Gabby Williams with the ball right side of the floor. She seems to be okay. Tried to hook pass it to Dom, but it goes to Skylar. Corner to Nneka for 3. So that's 2 threes by Nneka Ogwumike. This one from the left corner, and it's 22-15. 14th year in the league for Nneka Ogwumike out of Stanford. Played with the Sparks a majority of her career. This is her second season with the Storm as Shea Petty left to right crossover down the lane. Right hand layup is good. 24-15. Gabby Williams with the pass to Nneka, who touch passes it to Skylar unnecessarily. Dom Malonga in the post against Breezy Turner. One leg fall away. She said, block that one. I'm 6'6". One leg Dirk style. Hits the one leg fall away over Breezy Turner. 24-17. Aerial powers over to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Right hand dribble. Gets around Dom, and she draws the foul on Dominique Malonga. That's her first foul of the game. Malonga, they showing the replay. Malonga tried to post her up. Breezy Turner stood her up. She said, no, let me go to the one leg fall away. Block this. And she couldn't. Yeah, Dom's gonna be a beast. 19 years old. And she already got all the tools in her bag. Just needs to have some more defensive discipline and refine some of her offensive game. But she's gonna be a beast. Kelsey Mitchell knocks down the free throw. She has one more coming. 25-17. Kelsey Mitchell, second free throw is up. Knocks it down. So it's 26-17. The Fever are in the bonus here. They get the ball into Skylar with 10 seconds to go. Skylar across half court, left side of the floor, guarded by Petty. It's 5 to go. Gets it to Wheeler. Wheeler comes off the screen for 3. Erica Wheeler knocks down the 3. Big 3. With 3 seconds to go in the clock. Shea Petty throws it up from half court and misses. So at the end of 1, the Fever 26, the Storm 20. Kelsey Mitchell finishes the quarter with 12 points in the first. Nneka Ogwumike has 8 for the Seattle Storm. Let's take a look at the box scores here as I reset for the second quarter. Okay, 26-20 is the score. 26-20 end of the first. The Storm are now the underdogs here. Money line has moved to, well, now it's minus 105. The spread is now switched in favor of the Fever. They're 1.5 point favorites. No, the total points over under has jumped up about 6 points. For Seattle, Nneka Ogwumike leading the way with 8 points. None for Gabby Williams after that head-to-head collision with Lexi Hull. We haven't seen Lexi Hull since. 4 for Ezzie Magbagor and 3 for Brittany Sykes. Off the bench, Wheeler with 3 and Malonga with 2 points and 3 boards. For the Fever, you have Howard with none, as well as Lexi Hull. 3 for Aliyah Boston with 4 rebounds and 2 steals. 12 for Kelsey Mitchell, knocked down 2 of her 3 3-pointers. 7 for Odyssey Sims. And then off the bench, you have 2 from Powers and 2 from Petty. Bree Turner with a nice block on Dom Malonga. So that's the stats so far at the end of the first. Let me take a look at some team stats here. Turnovers, 5 for the Storm and 2 for the Fever. The Storm have given up 4 points off of their 5 turnovers. The Fever have given up only 2 points off of their 2 turnovers. Points in the paint in favor of the Fever. They're leading the way 12-8 points in the paint. Largest lead of the game is by the Fever. They had a 10-point lead. All right, so we're in a commercial break right now in between quarters. Salute to everybody who's joined. This is the first of 2 games in the WNBA tonight. There's a 10 o'clock game between the Sparks and the Mercury. The game is taking place in LA. That game will be on NBA TV. Should be on League Pass as well. Remember, blackout restrictions do apply. I will be playing it back in the Discord in one of the live game channels. So if you want to watch the game, join the Discord. It's free. We'll just watch and talk about the game in there. Starting to use that feature a little bit more for games that I can't or don't feel like doing watch alongs for. So Discord link is in the description below. Make sure you join up. It's free. All right, game is coming back on. They're showing a replay of this previous play where Dom Malonga got her shot blocked at the rim by Bree Turner. Ball in play here. Excuse me, to start the second quarter with the Storm. Sky with the ball. Sky gets it over to, who's this? Erica Wheeler. Back to Sky. Sky with 7 on the shot clock. Gets the screen from Malonga. Doesn't take it. Now she attacks with 5 on the clock. Sky down the lane. Takes the contact from Sims. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. So Sky Dig at the line. She has not scored as of yet. Knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw is up and good. 26-22, 4-point game for the Fever here. They have the ball. Boston gets it over to Powers. Powers on the drive. Powers over to Petty. Over to Sims in the corner. And Sims answers back with a 3. She committed the foul on one end and knocks down the 3 on this one. Wheeler gets it over to Ezzy Mabagor, who gets down the lane. Loses the ball temporarily. Gets it out to Sky. Sky, right side of the floor, guarded tightly. They send a double out to her. Gets it out to Wheeler. Wheeler with the ball, top of the key. 8 seconds to go. Wheeler gets to switch onto Sims. Steps back, shoots over Sims for 3 off the back rim. Long rebound to Sims. And Sims pushing it in transition. Left to right, goes up with the left-hand floater, misses. And Mabagor with the rebound. Mabagor crosses half court, gets it over to Wheeler. And throws it off of Petty, but it bounces off Petty and to Wheeler. And out of bounds. The fans are doing a loud ovation for something. I'm not too sure. Ball in play here with the Fever. 29-22. 7-point lead here by the Fever. Sims, right side of the floor, comes off the screen, getting to her left. Gets it over to Petty. Petty back up top to Sims. Sims pump fakes for 3. Thinks better of it. Gets to rescreen from Bree Turner. Steps back, doesn't shoot it. Gets it over to Aliyah. Right elbow jumper, bounces off the front of the rim and in. 31-22. Storm with the ball. Sky Dig. Attacks right. Gets it up top to Dom. Dom dribbles left. Almost loses it. Picks it up. Erica Wheeler got tangled with Petty. And Shea Petty tips it out of bounds with 9 on the clock. So Lexi Hull looks to be okay. She has checked back in after that minor collision earlier. I shouldn't say it was minor. It looked major at the time. Ball in play with Ezzy Mabagor. Over to Tiffany Mitchell. Mitchell, left to right crossover. Attacks Hull immediately. Misses. And rebound to Bree Turner. Over to Sims. Sims drives left. Gets it over to Dantas. Almost throws it too high. Dantas saves it. Handoff to Hull. Hull drives right. Back to Dantas. Dantas for 3. Off the back rim. Too strong. Mitchell chases it down for the Storm. Over to Sykes. Sykes, right to left crossover. Hezzy move, goes up and gets fouled by Dantas. That was a nice move by Sykes. She faked like she was going to dribble back to the 3 and then reverse back to the paint and got fouled there by Dantas. Nice little half spin there. Faked out the defense and drew the foul. So Sykes at the line for 2 free throws to add to her point total. She's only has 3. She's already taken 3 on that. She got fouled on a 3-point attempt earlier in the game. She knocks down the first. Second one is up, and she misses the second. Hull with the rebound. 31-23. Sims with the ball. Gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell, guarded by Magbagor. Mitchell tries to attack. Gets it over to Dantas. Hand off to Sims. Sims for 3. Wide open. Off. Fight for the rebound. Dantas gets the offensive rebound. Puts it back and scores. Skylar Diggins was trying to box her out. She's just too little for the taller Dantas. It's a 10-point lead. 23-33. Sykes with the ball. Right side of the floor. Sykes drives right, throws it out to Ezzy. Ezzy, top of the key here. Ezzy drives on Dantas, gets down the lane. Left-hand layup is up and good for Ezzy Magbagor. Back to a single-digit game, 33-25. Sims with the ball, left side of the court. Guarded by Diggins. Sims still with it, top of the key, finds Bree Turner. Bree Turner, hand off to Mitchell. Mitchell, head of steam, drops it off to Bree Turner, goes up and smokes the layup. Got to finish that, Bree Turner. Sykes with the ball. Looks to attack Mitchell. Puts her in the post here. Wants a screen by Nneka. Gets the screen from Nneka. Throws the hook pass over to Nneka. Nneka not expecting it. Stolen by Hull. Hull driving. Crosses half court. Goes behind the back. Hull between the legs here. Dribbling at the 3-point line. Stops. Nowhere to go. Throws it out to Sims. With 10 on the shot clock here. Sims gets the screen from Bree Turner. Sims attacks Magbagor. Goes up. Left hand layup. Blocked by Ezzy. And then Hull gets the rebound. Goes back up. Blocked by Skylar. Rebound to Ezzy. And they call a shot clock violation. So 2 blocks there save a possession for the Storm. And we have a timeout here on the floor. 25-33. The Fever still on top here with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. All right, so Fever maintaining their lead. They had a 6-point lead at the end of the first. They have an 8-point lead currently. They're outscoring the Storm 7-5 in the quarter. Hull ran into Gabby Williams' Empire. For Seattle, you have Nneka Ogwumike with 8. Gabby Williams with none. 6 for Magbagor with 2 rebounds. And she just got a block there. 2 for Sky Dig with 3 assists. Brittany Sykes with 4. And you have Erica Wheeler with 3, 2 for Dom Malonga. For the Fever, you have Howard with none and Hull with none. 5 for Aliyah Boston, 12 for Mitchell, and 10 for Odyssey Sims. So the 2 guards are carrying the offense so far. Off the bench, Powers, Petty, and Duntis with 2 apiece. So 6 points from their bench. All right, that's the score, 33-25. Salute to everybody who's joined. Make sure you fill out the poll as well. Who do you think will win this game on the YouTube? Make sure you fill out that poll. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you are new here. Oh, I see a lot of Sky discussion in the chat. Yeah, Sky, she was the talk of the women's basketball world when she was back in college at Notre Dame. Sky has played with the Tulsa Shock, which became the Dallas Wings after relocation. She's played with the Phoenix Mercury and currently playing with the Seattle Storm. That's funny. As we're talking about that, they're showing Skylar back at Notre Dame. Gatorade National Player of the Year at South Bend. 3 Final Fours at Notre Dame, 7-time WNBA All-Star, 2020 gold medalist in the Olympics. I think Skylar is originally from Indiana as well. The state. Okay, ball in play here with the Storm. Ball in play with the Storm as he hands off to Skylar, who we were just talking about. Skylar gets baseline, finds a cutting Sykes, loses the ball, gets it back, throws up the floater, off the back rim and in. This University of Notre Dame has produced some really good guards in the WNBA. Guard University. Kelsey Mitchell hook pass to Dantas. Dantas on the roll and finishes with the right hand lay. She attracts so much attention. They send a double to her, and she makes them pay on the pass. Magbagor with the ball out to Diggins. Diggins hook pass to Nneka. Nneka left elbow jumper is good. Nneka Ogwumike with the finish. 35-29. Mitchell gets it over to Sims. Sims finds a cutting Mitchell. Ball gets deflected. Mitchell goes up and scoops it in. It was a broken play, but it worked out for them. Fever get the basket. 37-29. Kelsey Mitchell up to 14 points. Nneka with the ball. Top of the key here. Nneka, left hand dribble. Dribbles back right. Spins back left. Stops. Tries to step through and just throws it up and out of bounds. I don't know what that play was. That play was going nowhere fast. So it's 4:30 to go here. Fever with the ball. Sims over to Dantas. At the three-point line, guarded by Dom Malonga. Dantas drives right, gets cut off. Hand off to Mitchell. Mitchell on an island with Dominique. Blows by her. Goes up, left-hand scoop. Didn't get it. Natasha Howard with the offensive rebound and putback. Gotta secure those rebounds. Back to a 10-point game here. Sykes over to Diggins. Over to Dom. Dom, hand off to Sykes. It gets tipped out of bounds by Sims. Active hands here by the Fever. A lot of deflections. Storm inbounded. Gabby Williams gets it into Sykes. Sykes comes off the screen from Skylar. Gets it over to Nneka. Nneka on the island with Howard. One leg fall away. Short. Rebound by Boston. Boston over to Sims. Sims with the ball. Sims gets downhill into the paint. Gets it over to Hull somehow in the left corner. Hull dribbles back out to the top of the key. Over to Boston. Boston handoff to Mitchell. Mitchell bounce pass down to Boston. Boston goes up. Oh, smokes the layup. Long rebound. Goes out to the Fever. And Hull with it. Hull for three. And Hull knocks down the three. Offensive rebounds. Absolutely killing the Seattle Storm. They look like my New York Liberty out there. Unable to secure a defensive rebound. Timeout called by the Storm. It's 42-29. Timeout by the Storm. No rebounds, no rings is the mantra. And you can see what happens there when you give a team like the Fever multiple chances at the basket. They're going to make you pay. And we'll take a look at it right now. 42-29. Lexi Hull just hit a three before that timeout was called. They're outscoring the Storm 16-9 in the second quarter. Nneka Ogwumike with 10. 6 for Ezzy, 2 for Skylar, 6 for Sykes. Excuse me. You have Indiana. You have Natasha Howard with 2, 3 for Hull, who just made her first basket of the game, 5 for Boston, 14 for Mitchell, 10 for Sims. Looking at the offensive rebounds, you have 6 for the Indiana Fever, only 2 for the Seattle Storm. In terms of defensive rebounds, it's 9 for the Storm, and it's 12 for the Fever. So they're beating them on the boards 18-11. Gotta secure those rebounds. Have to secure the rebounds. At halftime, we'll go over the box score, the team stats. We'll go over the upcoming schedule, and we'll also go over the standings as well and playoff scenarios. Jason says Storm the best team in the W. They just don't always play like it. I don't know about that one, my friend. I don't know about that. Jerbear says, I don't understand why Indiana doesn't go inside the Boston every possession, especially against Minnesota. How does Shepard and Klondikova dominate her? Maybe that's a good question. That is a good question. Kimasa Malone can help on the boards, but she plays limited minutes most games. Yeah, and also, she's a little I don't want to call her frail, but she is skinny. So a player like Boston who has more weight on her and more strength on her can just get her out the way. All right, broadcast is coming back. Let's see what the Storm can do here. Ball in play here with the Storm. Let's see if they can make a run to end this second quarter. Sky Dig with the ball, gets into the paint, throws up the floater, and scores. Skylar with the floater. And it's 42-31. That was her first field goal of the game. Aliyah Boston with the ball. Aliyah Boston dribbling, spins, still guarded by Malonga. Handoff to Sims. Sims drives right. Sims shoots the right elbow jump shot, misses. Gabby Williams with the rebound. Gabby Williams, left side of the floor. Bounce pass down to Nneka, and it was a turnover. Nneka grabbing her fingers there. Might have got jammed. Sims tries to get it back, and Diggins saves it. Good deflection there by Gabby Williams, one of the league leaders the league leader in steals. Ball out to Skylar. Skylar for 3, short. Rebound to Hall. Hall almost gets her pocket picked it, and it goes out of bounds. It looked like it went off of Hall, though. And I think the referees are going to change the call. Skylar Diggins picked Lexi Hall's pocket and knocked off of her and went out of bounds. I saw that on the broadcast. I'm glad the referees got that right. So Nneka to inbound, gets it into Gabby. Gabby, yet to do anything offensively in this game. Sky with the ball, comes off the screen, finds Dom. Dom gets down the lane, shoots over Boston, bounces around, and scores. So Dominique Malonga falling to the floor. That 6'6" frame, able to just fall down and score. Man, Dom gonna be such a problem, man. They're showing the replay of that basket. She was off balance there, able to just put the ball over her head and follow through towards the basket. Yeah, Gabby out there just doing cardio. Just running up and down, trying to get a nice workout in. Timeout called there by the Fever. It's 42-33. 2:07 to go in the second quarter. Fever have pretty much had the lead this whole game. They're focused. They didn't go to commercial. They're staying here in the arena as the coaches talk to their teams. So let's see how this 2 minutes and 7 seconds goes. Yeah, you're right. She did get knocked silly. She got that bandana on. Maybe that's screwing her up. They said Boston is 1 rebound shy of 1,000 rebounds for her career. A major accomplishment coming here for Boston. She should definitely get that before this quarter is over. Boston handoff to Mitchell. Mitchell corner to Petty. Petty pump fakes for three. Petty drives, goes behind the back, fumbles it a bit, picks it back up. Petty with the ball gets Nneka jumps out on her. They get it down to Howard. Howard out to Boston. Boston for three. Oh, Aliyah Boston at the buzzer knocks down a three. And it's 45-33. Back to a 12-point game here. Sykes with the ball. Pulling out the play. Sykes dribbles right. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Sykes spins left. Into the paint. Out to Dominique. Corner to Gabby. Gabby on the drive. Gabby goes down. Right-hand layup. She heard us talking smack. She got aggressive. Went to the right-hand layup and scores. Gabby Williams, her first basket of the game. Ball over to Natasha. Top of the key. Left side to Aliyah. Aliyah picks up her dribble. Tries to get it to Mitchell. Now gets it to Mitchell. Guarded tightly by Sykes. Throw over back to Mitchell. Mitchell, baseline jump shot is good. Under a minute to go here. It's 47-35. Sky with the ball. Sky gets downhill, goes up, and they call a foul before the basket here. Foul on the floor. Reaching by Shea Petty there. Shea Petty going to the bench. She's holding her nose here or her eye or something. I'm not sure what happened on that possession, but Shea Petty checks out and she's going back to the locker room holding her nose. They gave her a bunch of towels, so maybe her nose is bleeding. And they call a foul there by Mitchell. That's their fifth foul of the quarter. That's their second foul in the final 2 minutes. So the away team Storm are in the bonus. So Sky knocks down the first free throw. Yeah, I'm not sure about that call, but the ref called it. So she knocks down both. It's a 10-point game again. And Sims with the ball. Left side of the floor. Sims up top to Boston. Boston dribbles left. Tries to find Mitchell on the cut. Mitchell somehow secures it. And left-hand lay is good. I don't know how Boston fed that bounce pass into a tight space there. Mitchell secures the rebound and scores. Sky over to Ezzy. Back to Sky. Sky dribbles left. Finds Ezzy on the roll. Ezzy out to Nneka. Nneka now drives middle of the floor. Nneka shoots and scores. 15 seconds to go here. Shot clock is off. Mitchell with the ball. The person you want with the ball has the ball. Mitchell comes off the screen from Boston. Snakes back left. Somehow gets into the paint. Gets fouled. And I think they said the foul was on the floor. They had a foul to give. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. So Mitchell to inbound. 6 seconds to go on the clock. Mitchell into Boston. Boston with it. And they call a foul here by Sykes. Wow. So now Indiana will shoot 2 free throws. with 3.5 seconds to go. So Boston at the line for 2 free throws. She knocks down the first. She has 11 points in the game. Natasha Howard goes out. I think Bree Turner checked in. Second free throw is up. And she misses. Rebound to Nneka. Nneka with 2 seconds. 1 second. Nneka throws it to Ezzy. Ezzy throws it up from 3 off the front of the rim. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the half, Indiana 50, Seattle 39. As we get ready to go to the half. Let's get our halftime timer ready. Let's get stuff ready for the third quarter as well. And we should be good to go. So let's get the halftime timer started now. Alrighty. So score is 39-50. The away team Seattle Storm down by 11 to the Indiana Fever. This is a 6 seed versus 8 seed matchup currently. Standings can flip with a win by the Indiana Fever. They could move up to they would move up to 6th place with a win. So this is a very big game for them. As you can see, the Seattle Storm were outscored 26-20 in the first quarter. The Fever outscored them again in the second, 24-19. The Fever are now 6.5-point favorites. They were 3.5-point underdogs just at the pregame. So you can see how this game has shifted in that regard. For the Seattle Storm, Nneka Ogwumike leads her team in scoring with 12 points and 2 rebounds, 2 for 2 from 3. Gabby Williams had a head-to-head collision with Lexi Hull, got checked out. She seems to be fine physically, but the offense hasn't come along. 2 points for her. Ezzy Mabgor with 6 points. You have 6 for Skylar Diggins with 6 assists. She's on double-double watch. She also was credited with 4 blocks already. And Brittany Sykes with 6 points. For the bench, you have Dominique Malunga with 4 points and 3 rebounds. You have Erica Wheeler with 3 points and none for Tiffany Mitchell. They're shooting 50% from the floor, 33% from 3 on 9 attempts, 8 for 9 from the line. And they have 13 rebounds as a team, 11 assists, and 9 turnovers. For the Indiana Fever, Natasha Howard with 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Lexi Hull with 3 and 4 rebounds. Aliyah Boston with 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Also has knocked down a 3. Kelsey Mitchell leading the way with 16 points on 2 made threes. And Odyssey Sims with 10 points. Their bench, Powers with 2 for Petty, and 4 for Duntis. They're shooting 48.7% from the field, 54% from 3, 75% from the line on 8 attempts. 19 rebounds and 10 assists as a team. Have 5 steals as a team, though. Looking at the poll right quick. Jason said, don't forget the poll before everyone changes back to the store one day back. Seattle needs to score so my starters stay in. LOL for Fevers. I hear you. She said, stop the count. I'm weak. Empire said, thanks for the across the timeline link. Like, of course, my friend. That's what this channel's about. Information. And we get some entertainment as well. For those who don't know, Across the Timeline is a very good website where I get to see all the transactions that take place throughout the WNBA once they get reported there. They also have a lot of areas for data exploration and draft history, all-stars, a bunch of information you want. Across the Timeline has it. They do for the WNBA, for I think this is Athletes Unlimited and for Division 1 basketball, NCAA. All right. So we got that situated for this game. As I mentioned, there is another game today. Take a look. We have the Phoenix Mercury versus the LA Sparks. I'll just do a quick preface of this game. The Phoenix Mercury at 22-14. They're currently the 4th seed in the playoffs. The LA Sparks currently 9th seed. They need a win tonight to keep pace with the rest of the challengers. That game is on NBA TV. Will also be on League Pass, but you know, blackout restrictions do apply. I will be playing it back in the Discord. If you did want to watch and talk, so you can actually see the game. So join the Discord. Link is in the description below. All right, stat leaders, as you can see, Satu Sabally averaging 16.8 points per game compared to Kelsey Plum, 20.4 points per game for the Sparks. Alyssa Thomas averaging 9.2 assists and 8.8 rebounds to lead her team in both categories. Kelsey Plum averaging 5.9 assists, 7.9 rebounds for Azurate Stevens. If you're into the betting, the Sparks are 3.5 point underdogs in this one. The over-under is 177.5. The Sparks, it's funny, they said the Sparks lost a series 4-0 when this is the 3rd game of the series. So I guess that's just a mistake on their end. So the Mercury are leading the season series 2-0. This will be the 3rd of their 4 matchups. Their last matchup will be on Tuesday, September 9th. And looking at the recent history, the Phoenix Mercury have won 3 of their last 5 games, and the Sparks have won 3 of their last 5, but they've been winning and losing, winning and losing, winning and losing. Up and down season here for the Sparks. Alrighty, so now let's take a look at the remaining schedule for the week. Tomorrow we have LA versus Atlanta. 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We will be streaming that game. That game is on NBA TV. Matchup between the Aces and the Dream. The Dream trailed the season series 2-0. This is the final game of the series. Unfortunately, the Dream cannot tie the head-to-head series since they only have 3 matchups and they've already lost 2. So this it's still important in terms of standings, but it doesn't matter in the head-to-head matchup there. For Connecticut, the next game is Connecticut versus Dallas at 8 p.m. Bottom of the league battle there. Not really anything concerning unless you're a fan of either team. They did say the Dallas Wings did sign rookie Serena Sundell to a 7-day contract. Serena Sundell, rookie out of K-State, was drafted in the 3rd round by the Seattle Storm. And was waived before the season started. She will now get some regular season minutes here, potentially, with the Wings due to all the injuries they have sustained on their roster. All right, on Thursday, we potentially could be streaming the Mystics and Liberty. My mom and my lady are going to the game because I have something to do later that evening. So I won't be able to get down to the arena in time. So the Mystics and the Liberty, 7 p.m. We potentially might be starting late on this game. So be on the lookout for that. Seattle versus Minnesota should be a good one at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then Chicago and the Mercury face off at 10 p.m. Eastern. Important for the Mercury, not so important for the Sky. Also that previous matchup we just looked at between the Storm and the Lynx, that could be a potential first round of the playoff matchup. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. On Friday, 2 games on Ion. You have the Wings and the Dream, and you have the Fever and the Sparks. That's a pretty important one. No stream there from me on Friday. And then on Saturday, you have the Lynx versus Connecticut at 7 p.m. Eastern. You have the Mystics and Golden State. That should be a interesting one as well at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Chicago versus Seattle at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, we have the Liberty and the Mercury. I will be streaming this game, doing the watch along for this game. So make sure you're tuned in 10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Liberty on the road against the Mercury. Important matchup for the Liberty in order to tie the season series. And then on Sunday, we have two matchups. The Mystics and the Sparks, battle of the 9th and 10th seed. Both teams trying to get to that 8. And then Indiana and Golden State will probably be doing the stream on that one. So make sure you're locked in, you're subscribed, and your noti bells are on so you get notified when I post about streams. All right, and then after that, we're into September. So next Monday, September has started, and we have 11 days before the season ends. The season ends on September 11th. Let's take a look so you guys can see where I usually post these things. So if you go to the YouTube channel and you go under post, that's where I usually post the season schedule. So I posted about 8 hours ago the dates and times that I'll be streaming this week. So as you can see, we're doing this matchup now. Tomorrow I have Aces Dream. I put to be decided on the Mystics Liberty. Saturday Liberty Mystics, and then Sunday Fever and Valkyries. So that's that. Also, if you did want to follow or join the Discord, at the top you can see the Discord link is right here in the description. You can just click on that and it'll give you a free invitation to the Discord. And let's take a last look at the standings here. This is the current standings in the W. Daniel, what up? Salute, salute. So the Minnesota Lynx, they're 18-1 at home. 17-2 in the conference. Doesn't really matter, but they're 30-7. They've already clinched a playoff spot. You got the Atlanta Dream with a 24-13 record. I'm assuming with probably one more win, they'll clinch as well, or somebody loses or something along those lines. The Vegas Aces, surprise winning streak after how their season started. 25-14, have clinched a spot, 11-game winning streak. The Phoenix Mercury at 22-14. And the Liberty at 23-15, behind them in 5th seed. So that's a potential first round matchup between the Mercury and the Liberty. The Seattle Storm with a 20-18 record. Golden State with a 19-18, as well as Indiana with 19-18. And then you have the Sparks and the Mystics closing it out. Daniel says, any updates on CC? No updates. The same groin injury there. She's working her way back. Starting to try and practice with the team, but they're trying to be extra careful with her. It's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. If she doesn't play, people are upset. If she plays and gets hurt, then people are upset. So they're being extra careful with their franchise player. But she could be potentially back for the playoffs. All right. Johnny says CC gonna leave. Well, she said she likes that area. She's not a big city girl. She likes the small Midwest cities. So, and she's under contract with the Fever for the next 2 seasons. So, she ain't going nowhere for now. She means too much to the Fever and to the city of Indianapolis right now for her to go anywhere else. For them to let her just go. All right, so that's all I have for the halftime report. Thank you guys for sticking around. The game should resume in the next 2 minutes or so. Sophie's done for the season, Johnny. So there ain't nothing more to report. She's done for the season. So there's nothing else to talk about with Sophie. Her, Ari, and Sydney all done for the season. Empire says Sophie had successful surgery on Friday, 4 or 5 months rehab. So I guess she'll be back for next season, right? Back for next season. Still in commercial here. Still in commercial. She tore her MCL. That's what it was. I couldn't remember if it was ACL or MCL. Okay, it looks like the broadcast is about to return now in the next minute. So I had my timer right on time, probably about 3 seconds off, but broadcast about to resume here shortly for the start of the third quarter. Leading scorers tonight, you have 16 from Mitchell to lead all scorers. Nneka with 12. Aliyah with Boston. Aliyah Boston with 11. And Odyssey Sims with 10. So the Fever have 3 of the top 4 scorers in tonight's game. Alrighty. Let me turn my volume up so I can hear what they're talking about. All right, players coming back on the floor here. And the halftime report is over. Thank you all for tuning in or sticking around. Ball and play here with the Storm to start this third quarter. Excuse me. They get the ball down to Sykes. Sykes with the butterfingers. Ball goes out of bounds. So a turnover to start this third quarter. Ball and play here with the Fever, looking to expound on this lead. Gets it over to Boston. Top of the key here. Boston with the ball. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell, foul line jump shot, wide open, misses. Fight for the rebound. Boston jumps over Diggins and gets it. Another offensive rebound. Hall over to Howard. Howard drives down the lane, goes up for the floater, and gets fouled. So the Fever will go to the line for 2 free throws with Natasha Howard. Howard knocks down the first free throw. Howard at the line for the second free throw is up and knocks it down. So 52-39 is the score. Yeah, somebody just reported Sophie just had surgery. Empire mentioned it. Williams with the ball up top to Diggins. Diggins does a couple jab steps, throws it out to Gabby. Gabby, top of the key, gets down the lane, goes up, layup. Oh, it rolls off. Fight for the rebound between Magbagor and Boston. Oh, sorry, Howard and Magbagor, and there'll be a jump ball here. So Magbagor versus Howard, jump ball at the foul line here. 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Referees having some discussion here. I'm not sure what's going on. Right, jump ball here is up, and Howard tips it, but right to Sykes. Sykes, oh my bad, I hit the mic. Down to Nneka. Nneka turnaround jump shot over that left shoulder and scores. Nneka Ogwumike with the basket. 52-41. Nneka's been the offense here for the Storm. Kelsey Mitchell gets the ball on the hand up from Boston, shoots the 3, misses. Offensive rebound to Boston. Boston attacks Magbagor, spins to that left and misses, but tip rebound by Howard. Nobody boxing out for the Seattle Storm, and it results in another second chance point for the Fever. Skyler over to Nneka, over to Gabby. Gabby, cross court pass to Sykes. Sykes, right to left crossover, takes the bump from Mitchell and misses the floater. Rebound to Howard. Howard pushing it in transition. Howard over to Sims. Sims goes up. Left hand layup is up and good. Skylar with the ball over to Ezzy. Ezzy handoff to Gabby. Gabby dribbles left. Gives it over to Nneka now. Nneka drives on Boston. Shoots the fall away. Too strong. Rebound to Boston. Boston over to Sims. Sims to Howard running the lane. Sims goes up. Blocked by Ezzy Magbagor and out of bounds. Dom Malonga and Erica Wheeler check in for the Storm. Ezzy Magbagor off that block goes to the bench. I don't know who else checked in. Oh, I forgot to end this poll. But 53% say Fever. I'm going to end the poll. I forgot. I'd be forgetting to end the poll. Gabby Williams to the bench. Daniel, no, I'm not doing the Sparks game. I'll be in the Discord. I'll be showing it there in the Discord. Because I have an early start tomorrow. So, not at work tomorrow. So, I can't. Kelsey Mitchell knocks down the free throw. She got, I think it was a defensive 3-second. Let me verify. Oh, so Erica Wheeler with an away from the play foul on Kelsey Mitchell. So that was a call there. Ball in play here. Sims gets it into Boston at the 3-point line. Handoff to Sims. Sims, top of the key here with 10 to go on the shot clock. Gets it down to Boston at the right elbow. Boston in the paint against Malonga. Attacks Malonga, gets all the way down low and leaves Malonga clutching at her stomach. She took a couple shots there and just buried her under the rim. 59-41, largest lead. That's the largest lead of the game. Nneka tries to answer with a midi, and left midi is good for Nneka Ogwumike. Michael White said, is Gabby Williams from the CC Iowa team? No, Gabby Williams is from UConn. She's the French international who played at UConn with Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier and them. So not that Gabby Williams. Sims with the ball to inbound to Boston. Gets it back to Sims. Sims left side to, and I think, wasn't that Gabby Marshall on the CC Iowa team? Can't. And foul by Boston. Nneka Ogwumike thought she got elbowed in the mouth, but Aliyah Boston seals, spins inside, and scores, going to the line for the 3-point play. Yeah, I think Gabby Marshall don't hoop no more. I think she was trying to be a doctor or something, pursuing further education. As Aliyah Boston completes the free throw for the 3-point play. 19-point lead here. Erica Wheeler with the ball over to Malonga. Malonga looking for the handoff, gets it over to Skylar. Skylar pump fakes for 3. Skylar drives, tries to get it to Dom. Dom does get it. She brings it down, still has it though. Goes through her legs. She's on the floor with it, and they go for the jump ball. They go for the tie up, and it's a jump ball. Gerber says, do this every game except when you play my team. All right, jump ball here between Malonga and Sims. Sims doesn't even jump. Wheeler has to shoot it because the shot clock was expiring, and Natasha Howard gets the rebound. The Fever are in the bonus here. Interesting. I didn't even recognize. Howard ends up falling on the floor here. It's getting a little physical down low. They get it to Boston. Boston spins on Nneka, attacks, and scores over Nneka Ogwumike. So Aliyah Boston going to work on the bigs of the Seattle Storm. Aliyah Boston up to 16 points here. 21-point lead. Dom out to Nneka Ogwumike. Right side to Sykes. Sykes tries to drive right. Gets cut off by Hull. Right to left crossover into the paint. Goes up. Left hand layup is up and good for Brittany Sykes. 62-40. Oh, 62-45. I think I'm giving the wrong team's points here. 64-45, excuse me. And Boston gets fouled again. Boston gets fouled again. Too much is going on. I had my score wrong. People getting fouled. My bad, y'all. So it's 64-45. Aliyah Boston quarter here. She is cooking. I think Jerbeer mentioned, why don't they go to Boston every possession? And that's what they've been doing this quarter. So score is 64-45. Aliyah Boston at the line for more free throws here. Free throws up and rattles in and out. Ezi Magbagor checks in for Nneka Ogwumike. Aliyah Boston, second one is up and good. So it's been Aliyah Boston's quarter here. She's up to 18 points in this one, 65-45. Sykes with the ball. In and out dribble, gets into the paint, throws up the floater, gets fouled, and one. Brittany Sykes. So Sykes at the line for the three-point play. She's into double figures now. And she misses the free throw. Rebound to Hall. 65-47. Sims with the ball. Sims comes off that screen. Sims gets into the paint. He goes up the floater. She might have got away with a push-off. They called it, actually. I thought they were going to miss that one. But they called it. She pushed off with the right and shot the floater with the left. Yeah, Jerbeer Bibby is injured. They said there's no timeline for her return. Ball and play here with Sykes. It's basically Sykes going one-on-one now to try and will them back into it. Sykes falls away and scores. So Brittany Sykes back-to-back buckets here. Or that's back-to-back-to-back for Brittany Sykes. 65-49. Boston gets downhill, goes up, spins, shoots, and scores. Nobody can stop Aliyah Boston right now. She is absolutely on fire. 21 points for Aliyah Boston. 10 points in the third quarter for Aliyah Boston. Sykes out to Wheeler. Wheeler on the drive. Wheeler corner to Ezi Magbagor. She pump fakes for three. She gets into the paint on Bree Turner. Shoots over Bree Turner short. Rebound to Sims. RC, what up? What up? Sims with the ball right side of the court. Comes back left. Sims gets into the paint. Stops. Reverse pivots out to Boston. Boston finds a cutting Hall. Hall layup is good. Assist to Boston. Indiana is absolutely cooking right now. It's a 20-point lead, 49-69. Wheeler with the ball, pump fakes for three, steps in for a long two, and misses. Boston with the rebound. Boston, that might be her 10th rebound. She might get to 20 and 10. I think somebody needed that. And we have a foul here by Sykes on Sims. So Sims will be going to the line when we come back from commercial break. It's 69-49. With about 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. Oh, I guess it's still just 9 rebounds for Boston. 21 points, 9 rebounds. We'll take a look at the stats right now. 69-49 is the score. 69-49. Fever outscoring the Storm 19-10 in the quarter. 19-10. Nneka Ogwumike with 16 points. She's still leading her team in scoring. Gabby Williams with 2, 6 for Magbagor, and Diggins, 12 for Brittany Sykes. Dom Malonga with 4 points and 3 boards, 3 for Erica Wheeler. For Indiana, you got Lexi Hull with 5 points and 5 rebounds. Natasha Howard with 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. 21 for Boston with 9 rebounds, 17 for Mitchell, 12 for Odyssey Sims. Bree Turner with none. You got 2 from Powers and Petty, 4 from Dantes. Chemo says Sims seems to be playing well. It's strange how she just hops from team to team. Yeah, she just can't find a solid team to be with. She was with the Sparks, and then for personal reasons she was out. I'm not sure what happened there. Probably just wasn't a good fit, and then she ends up getting picked up by the Fever. But her stints with Dallas the past couple of years have been great. Yeah, RC Lexi Hull is back out. Had to probably just collect herself after that head-to-head or face-to-face collision. It was more like. RC says, Jay, I'm happy Serena Sundell finally made a roster. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, hopefully she can show something in these remaining games for Dallas. Serena Sundell signed with the Dallas Wings, the rookie out of K-State. Was drafted by the Storm in the 3rd round and did not make the final roster. Right? Still in a commercial right now. Salute to everybody who's tuned into the watch along. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Okay, broadcast coming back now. 69-49 is the score. A 20-point lead here for the Fever. RCJ, I'm the only officially the only Aces fan left in the world with a bone to pick. Odyssey Sims at the line for free throw. She misses the first. Michael White says one more rebound. Boston could be mentioned with basketball immortal and hoop legend Angel. Oh, is that so? Is that so? Odyssey Sims rattles in the second free throw, so it's a 21-point lead here for the Fever. Dominique Malonga tries to attack Boston, just gets put outweighted there. Sykes on the drive, finds the rolling Magbagor. Magbagor against Bree Turner, goes up, right hand hook, foul, and 1. Ezzy Magbagor with the basket and the foul. She'll go to the line for the 3-point play. Shea Petty checks in. I don't know who she's coming in for. For Odyssey Sims. That's who Shea Petty checked in for. Magbagor misses the free throw for the 3-point play. So the Fever have the ball as Petty, Powers, Boston, Turner, and Mitchell. They find Mitchell on the curl, pass a little bit too far out in front. She might have got some court burn on that. Erica Wheeler, her ex-teammate, picks her up, and it'll be Storm basketball. KG says Storm team has no chemistry. Yeah, they look all out of sorts. Wheeler over to Malonga. Malonga dribbles right into Mitchell, almost a turnover. The Storm still have it, though. Wheeler with the ball. Over to Ezzy. Ezzy, hand off to Gabby. Gabby attacks right, comes back left. Gabby Williams. Out to Wheeler with 5 on the clock. Wheeler has to get it up for 3. Off the rim, Sykes, offensive rebound. Sykes throws it up to Malonga. Malonga pump fakes, goes up. Misses, fight for the rebound. Turner gets it. Over to Powers. Powers over to Boston, crosses half court. Boston, handoff to Petty. Petty comes back right. Petty tries to attack, picks up her dribble. Down to Boston. Out to Powers. Down to Boston. Boston pump fakes, steps through on Malonga, gets blocked by Malonga. Sykes with the ball. Sykes drives left, gets the ball tipped from behind by Petty. It stays with the Storm. I guess it doesn't help KG that they added Sykes as well. And now they're playing Malonga more. So Sykes is very ball dominant. Robert says, good thing I don't bet on these games tonight. Would have been a bad night. Yep, that's the thing with the betting, man. Nothing is set in stone. Wheeler with the ball. Wheeler, oh, dangerous pass, but Gabby Williams saves it. Powers is in the backcourt. They have numbers. Williams goes up for the floater and misses. 70-51. Petty with the ball. Up top to Mitchell. They call a foul on Wheeler, and that's automatic free throws for the Fever. RC said this is a pitiful performance from the Storm with major playoff. Yeah. They could drop right back down to 8th with a loss here. Turner knocks down the first free throw. Remember, the Fever are in the bonus, so anytime they get fouled, it's automatic free throws. Nneka Ogwumike comes back in for Dominique Malonga. I guess I picked her up for the wrong game. Hopefully this turns into more of a blowout and she can get some garbage time points for my fantasy team. Bree Turner knocks down the second. 72-51. Yeah, Fia and Sophie played against each other in high school, I believe. Both from that area, as America Wheeler knocks down the 3. 3,000 career points for Erica Wheeler. Look at that. Undrafted and now has 3,000 career points. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Kelsey Mitchell with the foul. Offensive foul on Kelsey Mitchell. Trying to get around that hedge, and she was grabbing onto the arm of Nneka Ogwumike, it looked like. Ball in play here with the Storm. 54-72. Ball over to Ezzy. Back to Erica. Erica drives down the lane. Goes up with the right-hand floater. Too strong. Good help by Turner. Rebound to Dantas. Over to Petty. Left side of the floor. Approaching a minute to go here in the third. It's been all Fever. Mitchell over to Dantas. Dantas wide open for 3. Off the back rim. Every game I've done with the Fever this recently, she just can't buy a 3. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell guarded Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell on Kelsey Mitchell. Oh, Tiffany Mitchell gets fouled. That was a nice move by her. Right to left crossover, gets into the lane, and they say it's a foul on Bree Turner for the closeout. I don't know if that's a foul, though. I don't know if it was a foul, but they're not going to challenge it. 72-54, 42 seconds to go here. My clock's a little fast. I got to slow down. Mitchell scores the first free throw. Lexi Hull checks back in for Kelsey Mitchell, that is. So Tiffany Mitchell is at the line for the Storm. Kelsey Mitchell just went to the bench for the Fever. Odyssey Sims also checks back in. Tiff Mitchell rolls in the second. All right, I'm going to pause my clock for a bit as the clock winds down. It's 72-56. Storm trying to claw back into this game. Clock starting here with 31 seconds to go. Odyssey Sims with the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Odyssey Sims drives, gets tripped up by Nneka Ogwumike, and that's free throws for Odyssey Sims. So Odyssey Sims trips over Nneka's foot. It's a foul on Nneka Ogwumike. Sims back at the line for more free throws. Knocks down the first free throw, Odyssey Sims. And knocks down the second. Ball in play here with the Storm. 74-56. Seattle with the ball. Seattle comes off the screen. Erica Wheeler for three. Way off. Rebound to Bree Turner. Shot clock is off here. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4. Finds Bree Turner on the roll. Bree Turner spins. Oh, it rolls off. Aerial Powers offensive rebound. Doesn't recognize it. And the clock expires. Then Dantas hits that one from the corner. You can't make it up. Well, 18-point lead going into the fourth quarter here. Yikes. Yikes for the Storm. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Let's get stuff ready for the fourth quarter, and then we'll take a look at the stats once again. All right, let's take a look. 74-56. That is not a typo. That is the correct score. The Fever outscored the Storm 24-17 in this quarter. They scored over 20 points in each of the quarters so far, the Fever have. You got the Seattle Storm with Nneka Ogwumike still with 16. You got 12 from Sykes, the only two in double figures here for the Storm. For the Indiana Fever, you have Lexi Hull with 5 and 5. You have 3 players in double figures. You got 21 and 9 from Boston. You got 17 for Kelsey Mitchell, 15 for Odyssey Sims. Off their bench, you got 4 from Dantas, 2 from Petty, 2 from Powers, 2 from Turner. All right, looking at the team stats here. Looking at the team stats, turnovers. You got 10 turnovers for the Storm, 8 turnovers for the Fever. The Storm have conceded 10 points off of their 10 turnovers. The Fever 8 points off of their 8. Points in the paint battle is in favor of the Fever. They're winning that 36-28. Rebound is in favor of the Fever too. 34-16 on the boards. That's the game right there. No rebounds, no rings. 34-16 advantage on the rebounds in favor of the Fever. And the Storm, they're not a good fourth quarter team. They usually blow leads in the fourth quarter. I mean, now that they're down 18, maybe they'll do the opposite and come back. We shall see. But they have a large hill to climb here. Large hill to climb. Let me take a look at the social media, see if I'm missing anything. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Seeing if I'm missing anything in terms of playoff implications. No, don't see anything really as of yet. But the fourth quarter is about to start here. Fourth quarter about to start. Ball in play with the Fever to start this fourth and final quarter. Mitchell, Hull, Howard down to Boston. Boston against Malunga goes up and scores. Malunga, that's the next evolution of her game, the defensive end. She's letting the offensive player get into a too good of a position where she has to try and counteract. 76-56, back to a 20-point lead. Nneka gets the ball from Wheeler with 5 on the clock. Faces up, goes in the post, stops, picks up her dribble, has to shoot it, and gets blocked by Howard. Shot clock violation. That offensive possession was going nowhere fast. Ball in play here. With the Fever. Hull with the ball. Top of the key here over to Howard. Howard down to Boston. They're going back to Boston against Malunga. Goes up and trickles off. Fight for the rebound. Malonga gets it. Diggins with the ball. Comes off the screen from Malonga. Diggins attacks left. Finds Malonga. Malonga goes up and scores. So Malonga gets her get back on that possession on Boston. 76-58. Storm need to string together some stops here. Boston with the ball. Boston gets screened. She tries to pass it. Hits the side of the rim, but it bounces back to the Fever. Mitchell goes up. Right-hand floater and scores. Listen, when it's your night, it's your night. What can you say? She tried to pass it cross court. It hits off the side of the rim and bounces all the way to the back court or to the half court line. And they end up with a score here. They get a steal, though, the Fever do on the Storm. Odyssey Sims goes up. Left-hand layup is good. They running them out the gym here. Timeout, Storm. 80-58. 22-point lead here. Largest lead of the game for the Fever. Wow, 80-58. Dang. This game got ugly, people. This game got really ugly. 80-58 is the score. Let's take a look at the box score here. It's mainly Fever. You got Aliyah Boston with 23 and 9, 19 for Kelsey Mitchell now, 17 for Odyssey Sims. RC says Fever is such a seesaw team, unpredictable bunch no matter what's out there. I mean, that's what they're doing right now is a sign of really good coaching. No matter who's out there, the offense is still working, the defense is still in sync, and they're beating a playoff team here. I mean, granted, whatever you want to say about the Storm, but they are a talented team. They have two players probably going into the Hall of Fame and Sky and Nneka. You have an athlete in Gabby. You have Brittany Sykes, a two-way player. A young rookie in Dom. You got a defense player in Ezzy. So, listen. RC, you think Seattle could slide? Yeah, I mean, I have to look at their schedule. I can actually pull up their schedule and we could take a look at the next break. But we have to take a look at their schedule and see the matchups. But they're so unpredictable. It's hard to predict early. I mean, I just said the same thing twice. They're so unpredictable. It's hard to predict. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. So they play the Lynx. I think that's a loss on Thursday. Saturday they play the Sky. They should win that game, but the Sky have been playing better with Angel, Ariel, and Camilo all play. On Monday they play the Sparks. That's gonna be interesting. Who knows? They play the Liberty. They'll probably beat the Liberty, knowing them. And then they play the Storm. Then they play the Valkyries for the last game of their season. So they don't have too much time. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games left after tonight. YouTube influencer says I need 5 points for Howard. Hopefully she gets it, but the way this game is going, not sure, my friend. So looking at the Seattle schedule here, I'm gonna say they go 2-3 in their last 5. Ball's coming back in play here with the Storm. Sky Dig with the ball. Gets downhill. Gets the ball stripped by Howard, but she gets it back. Over to Ezzy in the corner. Ezzy, they need it. She doesn't provide it. Hull with the rebound. Ball over to Howard. Howard over. We almost lost to the Sun last night with Stewie, so I don't put nothing past my team. Howard with the ball. Howard out to Sims. Sims dribbles left. Sims, Hezzy move, gets into the paint, gets blocked by Ezzy and out of bounds. Our only saving grace, RC, is that they're probably worse than us in rebounding, so we may get lucky there. 80-58. It's Fever ball under the basket here. They get it into Mitchell. Mitchell gets into the paint, throws up a right-hand floater. She is a lefty, and she throws up the righty and scores. I did tell you Mitchell will probably outscore Nneka in this game, so hopefully you took my word on that, whoever asked. Sykes gets down the lane, drops it off to Nneka. Nneka goes up, gets fouled by Boston, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. You got Nneka at the line for their first free throw and misses. Mitchell to the bench here. And knocks down the second. Oh, wrong team. Sorry. 82-59 is the score. Approaching 7 minutes to go. Out to Aliyah Boston. Boston spins back left, excuse me. Gets it over to Sims. Sims finds Aliyah on the roll. Short roll to the foul line. She bounces it in. Aliyah Boston have a night. 25-9 for Aliyah Boston. Sykes gets it over to Ezzy. Now Sykes shoots a 3 off the back rim and chased down by Powers. Powers over to Sims. Sims, left to right crossover, gets it over to Hull. Hull back over to Boston. Boston, handoff to Powers. Powers gets to the midi. Powers mid-range jump shot, short. Chased down by Lexi Hull. Of offensive rebound there. Howard stops, finds Boston. Everybody leaves Boston wide open under the basket, and it's an easy layup. The Seattle Storm are down bad. All out of sorts. 27. Is that? Wow, a 27-point lead here. Just all out of sorts. Don't know who to pick him in transition. They're just all bad right now. This is ugly. This is ugly, people. Cam said, "Don't think I'm getting that 10th rebound." That would be a tough pill to swallow there. $86-59. Yikes. They are being outscored 12-3 in the fourth, so it don't matter if they're up or down. They just suck in the fourth quarter. That's really what it boils down to. I changed my mind. Liberty get that win. I think they go 1-4 in their last 5. RC said, Aces might bring me a very boring and unsatisfying championship. That didn't make. Unless the Seattle Storm start coming back in this game, Johnny, I don't know about Mitchell for 25, my friend. If they keep extending this lead with this lineup they have on the floor, it might be clipped. She's up to 21. Scroll down so y'all can see the box scores here. This would be a huge win for the Fever. That's absolutely right. Huge win for the Fever. They're on their way to getting back to that 6th seed. With a win, they move back into 6th. And with a win tonight, they'll sweep the season series over the Storm 3-0. So that's a good thing to do right now with the standings so close. So close. Oh, so she had her career high against Seattle in their last game. In the last game they played against Seattle. So she just likes playing Seattle. That's what it is. Ball back in play here with the Storm. This looks like the Storm have gone. They've cleared their bench. The Storm have cleared their bench. Dom Malonga, one leg fall away is off. Wow. They waving the white flag already. Wow, wow, wow. Boston's on the bench. She might be done for the night, too. So both teams look like they've cleared their benches. As you can see, the lineups on the floor. Mackenzie Holmes, Dom Malonga, Erica Wheeler, Tiffany Mitchell, and Lexi Brown. For the Fever, it's Natasha Howard, Odyssey Sims, Lexi Hull, Dantas, and Powers. So this is a bench game from here on out. Looks like Shea Petty was get some minutes, but that's another bench player. Seattle wins the jump ball. Erica Wheeler downhill. Oh, she misses Mackenzie Holmes. Finds Tiffany Mitchell, top of the key. Tiffany drives, stops, almost travels, throws it out to Wheeler. Wheeler on the drive. Wheeler, mid-range jump shot, bounces around. Hull with another rebound. Hull with 9 boards. Sims with the ball, comes off the screen going left, throws it out to Howard. Right side to Powers. Hull comes off the screen, over to Hull. Hull finds Sims with 3 on the clock, 2 on the clock. Sims has to throw it from, oh, she banks it in from damn near half court. And she can't believe it her damn self. 20 points for Odyssey Sims. And it's a 30-point lead. And the Storm lose the ball. And the Fever have it. Sims slows it down. And Coach White calls a timeout. I don't know. I would have just let them keep going. Odyssey Sims with a desperation heave from the left wing, damn near half court, and banks it in. That's when it's your night, it's your night. 20 points and 6 assists for Odyssey Sims. And she's still on the bench in shock here. Like, wow. Listen, Storm, when it rains, it storms, man. When it rains, it storms. Wow. I can't believe she banked that in. Your desperation heave. Banks it in. Fever is shooting 50% from 3, 7 of 14. The Storm are shooting 4 for 15 for 26%. Fever shooting 52% overall. So they're shooting 33 for 63 from the field. That's crazy, man. They're on a 17-3 run right now. Storm are just down bad, bro. Fever with the ball at Powers. KG said when you get caught in the storm, you get a fever. The next day, Sims down the lane and scores. So she hits a desperation heave for 3 down Main Street with the right hand lay. Malonga over to Mitchell. Mitchell shoots a 3 and cashes in from 3. Tiffany Mitchell finally puts a halt to that run. Malonga. Oh, sorry. Dantas tries to get it to Sims. Lexi Hull gets the steal and scores. I said Lexi Howell. Lexi Brown. Too many people with the same name on the team. You got 2 people with the last name Mitchell. 2 people with the first name Lexi. Crazy out here. Dantas with the ball. Over to Petty. Petty finds Powers. Top of the key. Over to Sims. Sims. Right side. She tried to go left-right crossover. It goes off of the foot of Mackenzie Holmes. But Stephanie White's going to challenge. But it looked like it went off Mackenzie Holmes' foot. So Stephanie White challenges this call, even though they're up a bunch, trying to add to her add to her challenge record. Yeah, that went off Mackenzie Holmes' foot. That's as clear as day. So that should be an easy review. This should be less than 2 minutes. There should be one replay and easy as you can. Not that replay. You got to go to the other angle that they showed. But this should be a quick replay right now. $91.64. They should come on. Stop wasting time. This should be over. Bruh. They dragging this out. I saw that immediately, bro. They trying to check every angle in the arena. All right, they finally got it settled. They're playing some Michael Jackson in the arena. Man in the Mirror. Challenge is successful, as expected. 6 seconds on the shot clock. That's what they were looking at, apparently. So I give the refs, cut the refs some slack here. Nah, no singing tonight. Ball in play here to Dantas with 5 on the clock. Gets it to Shea Petty. Deep 3, way off. Malunga with the rebound. Come on, Malunga. I need some garbage time stats here for my fantasy. Lexi Brown with the ball. Lexi Brown, right-hand dribble into the paint. Finds Mackenzie Holmes. Nice pass, nice finish. Mackenzie Holmes finishes that layup there. It's 91-66. Trying to put lipstick on a pig right now. Make this this deficit look a little better. And they get the ball to the rookie, Michaela Timpson, and she spins and scores. 93-66. Ball over to Malunga. Malunga drives. Rookie on Timpson. One leg fall away and scores. Dom Malunga. Let's go. 93-68. What's Dom up to now? She up to 8 points. Petty with the ball down to Timpson. Not Timpson. Dantas over to Turner. Over to Timpson now. Dive on the floor. It's a foul on Holmes. For diving on the floor, it probably hit Timpson's legs there. Where did Holmes go to school? She went to Indiana. She went to IU. So Mackenzie Holmes playing back in her in the same state she went to school. She got drafted last season, 3rd round pick. Aerial Powers mid-range jump shot, long rebound goes to Zaya Cook, who was traded and then reacquired. Zaya Cook throws it to herself. That should be a travel. And they called a travel. I was about to say. So you got a lineup on the floor for both teams that don't really play with each other. So people are not in the spots you expect them to be. Ball over to Dantas. Dantas with the ball. Over to Petty. Petty comes off the screen, throws it over to Dantas. Dantas finds a cutting Turner, tipped away by Holmes and stolen. Zaya Cook with the ball. Zaya Cook gets into the paint, throws it off to Malunga. Malunga, one leg fall away short. Rebound, batted out of Holmes' hand over to Powers. Powers gets into the paint. Powers keeps her dribble out to Dantas. Can she hit one? And she's short this time. And Turner gets the offensive rebound and put back. They just getting destroyed on the boards here, people. Zaya Cook catch and shoot from the 3, and she knocks down the right corner 3. 95-71. Powers with the ball. Powers over to Dantas. Back to Powers. Trying to get it down to Timpson. They get it down to Timpson. Ball gets tipped out of her hands and stolen. Zaya Cook with the ball. Zaya Cook, middle of the floor. Finds Mackenzie Holmes. Left hand layup is up and good. So the Seattle bench beating the Fever bench right now. 97-73. Oh, it's 95-73, excuse me. Dantas, one leg fall away, misses. Malunga with the rebound, but it gets tipped out of her hands. Powers into the paint, corner to Petty. Petty, corner 3, and off. Holmes with the rebound. Ball over to Mitchell. 48 seconds to go here. Mitchell with the ball, gets into the paint, throws it out to Lexi Brown. Lexi Brown gets the screen from Malunga, drives to her left, finds Malunga on the short roll. She's at the foul line, goes against Timpson, steps through, and they call a foul before that. No basket. Foul was on the floor. It'll be sideline out of bounds. First foul in the final 2 minutes for the Fever. It'll be Seattle ball, sideline out of bounds. 95-73 is the score. Ball into Lexi Brown. Finds Zaya Cook on the curl. She gets to the mid-range and scores. So they cut it down to 20. Makes it look a little bit more respectable here. It looks like the Fever will dribble out the rest of this clock. There is about a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so they will have to take a shot clock violation here. And shot clock violation with 5 seconds to go. And ball is in play, and that's how the game ends, people. Michael says, picture Reese coming out with 9 rebounds and 5 minutes left. What do I want to... And that's the game, people. It started off decent, and then, in the words of Chris Paul, stuff got bad real quick. Storm dropped to 20-19 on the season after they get shellacked by the Indiana Fever. 95-75 is the final score. I said 20 and 119. I'm a jerk for that. They dropped down to the 8th seed, I believe. The Fever move up to 20 and 18. They move up to the 6th seed. They got absolutely cooked, flambéed, barbecued. Whatever adjectives you want to describe this game, that's what happened to the Storm. Let's just take a look at the stats one final time before we head on out of here. You had 95-75, guys. My goodness. They got outscored in every single quarter. They didn't win a single quarter. They didn't score more than 20 in any quarter. The Storm just, I don't know. Team very confusing. Nneka finishes with 17. Gabby with 2. 8 for Magbagor. 12 for Sykes. 6 for Diggins. Off the bench, Malunga with 8 and 6. 6 for Wheeler. 5 for Mitchell. Brown with 2. Holmes with 4, Cook with 5. For Indiana, Hull with 5 and 9 rebounds. Almost had a 10 rebound game. 6 for Natasha Howard. 27 for Boston with 9 rebounds. Doesn't get the double-double. 21 for Mitchell. I told y'all I thought she would outscore Nneka. 22 for Odyssey Sims with 6 assists. Aerial Powers with 2. 4 for Breezy Turner. 2 for Petty. 4 for Dantas. 2 for Timpson. Looking at this rebounding battle, the Fever out-rebounded the Storm 42-21. Out-rebounded them by 21 in this game. My goodness. BTA, belt to behind. Well, no, with the other word for behind, you know what I mean. Harvey says, can I have your opinion on the Storm even trying for their coach? I mean, listen, I really don't know what the Storm's problem is. I don't know if this offense doesn't suit this team. They don't have prolific three-point shooters on this team. Nneka can hit a three. Sky off and on. Gabby not a three-point shooter. Brittany Sykes not really a three-point shooter either. So they're trying to run an offense which doesn't suit their personnel really. And they're not all connected. Brittany Sykes now, she's more of a ball dominant player. You have Gabby Williams who can score, but she's not really a scorer, like somebody you say give it a ball and say go get me a bucket. Nneka's, she can score, but and Ezzy, I don't know. They just don't all fit together. They're very talented, but the team just doesn't fit. They all have similar skill sets, really. That's my my thing with them. Very similar skill sets between their best players. And unfortunately, it doesn't work out too well for them. All right, y'all. Appreciate you guys tuning in for the watch along. Lexi's just not. I guess they don't have faith in her, Harvey. They don't have faith in Lexi. That's why they're not playing her. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. That was unfortunately that game wasn't as good as it should have been. The Storm were like 4.5-point favorites, and they get smacked by 20. So to the Fever spread bettors, you covered the spread. You covered the spread. All right, y'all. It's been a pretty long day for me. I'm going to go grab something to eat, and then I'll be in the Discord watching the Mercury and Sparks game. Discord link is in the description. The game is on NBA TV if you want to watch it by yourself, but I assume some people will be in the Discord to watch this game in the next 57 minutes, though. It's free to join. It'll be the live game as you want to see it. And then we can watch and talk in there. All right, y'all. Appreciate all the likes, the subs, the super chats, super stickers, whatever else happened during the stream. Appreciate you guys for all your support. Me, Sierra, Tudor being there chatting about the games as they're going on. Have a good evening. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Tomorrow we'll be doing Aces and what is it? Aces and Dream tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys then. Have a good night, morning, wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Salute!